November 2023. Welcome to the first episode of a new series called A Soulful Journey. Hi folks, this is Brian, aka Bfunkphenomenon, coming at you with a recap of the Jiggy Jam convention held in May 2023. It was the first seminar in 3 years after the pandemic hit back in March 2020. And the first seminar in our new residence since we moved away from the old building by the end of 2020. So it was pretty exciting to pick up the pace and get back into seminar mode under these new circumstances. We were ready for new challenges and had to make a tough decision to not mix the seminar guests with our own community members. This mainly for safety reasons concerning the capacity limit of the building. And our calculated estimations turned out to be spot on. So with that, the Jiggy Jam convention was a huge success on every level and above and beyond all expectations. What we had was a fantastic, hard-working crowd of people, mainly from the UK. Some came over from Ireland, and even some folks from the United States. A few familiar faces who attended our seminars in the past, and a lot of new faces. Most of them familiar with the Bfunkphenomenon Youtube Channel or being inspired through word of mouth by those who have visited us before. Because of the fact this was the first seminar in 3 years, the announcement and ticket sale was done under the radar for the most part, and we targeted a specific group of people through our contacts in the UK. Greg Davids and the Roll-A-Palooza crew, both based in London, played a significant part in the success of this event. By the time the rest of the world started noticing that Es Quint is back on the seminar trail, the gig was already sold out, and we were getting our fantastic crew ready for what was about to transpire. Unfortunately, I cannot run the original audio with this massive reggae groove. But if you recognize this epic dynamite masterpiece, please let me know in the comments. A tryout is necessary to bring things to surface that can be improved, so I took some notes on that. And hopefully in the next 2 years we will be able to make some residential adjustments that will expand the capacity limit of the building. So that's another positive development. Another important note I want to mention is that every month since March 2023, we've had skaters from all over the world visiting our residence. From Germany, Spain, France, Australia, Canada, California, Argentina even. Damn. Makes you wonder what the heck is so special about Es Quint, or the Soulful Fitness roller skate training system, right? Well, let's pause on that question for a second. Because before I get into that, I also want to mention that the Jiggy Jam convention and specifically the way we structured the event management and ticket availability helped us to develop a format or formula that is applicable to doing international seminars in other countries. The best way to find out if that was really the case was to put it to the test. So, we did. In July 2023, we visited the idyllic and mesmerizing Penzance on the south coast of the UK, teaming up with the local skate community led by Daniela and her now husband Tom. Lovely, hard-working people who visited our Es Quint residence earlier this year, and during their stay we learned about their beautiful hometown, and from that an idea came about, which seemed like a pretty workable and realistic opportunity and a perfect tryout to go abroad and spread the gospel of Soulful Fitness roller skate training in this post-pandemic era.
1, 2, 3, split stop, and then we're going to close. Going facing forward back, or facing the back. Okay. Now, what do we want? It's like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 10. 1, 2, 3.
And here we have Tom and Daniela. If you ever want to enjoy the scenery of Penzance and have escape, make sure to reach out to them. I'll put up all the info in the description of this video. And this brings me to our next adventure abroad, before I return to the Jiggy Jam convention, and that was in October 2023. Teaming up with the Roll Happy crew in London, we had nothing less than a fantastic 2-day event in a beautiful space with, again, a very hard-working and respectful and thankful crowd of funky people. So what is so special about these seminars? How are they different from other skating initiatives? And what does Mariska, here in the middle between Noel and John, exactly add to the mix with 15 years of experience? Or what about Linda, who has more than 20 years under her belt at this point? I can answer these questions and come up with some great answers. And I can do it with the same passion and conviction I have when I work with people to motivate and instigate them to bring out the best in themselves. But what better way to really understand what we are about than to hear it from the people who have actually experienced our sessions firsthand? So, during the Jiggy Jam seminar, seeing all these different people, we asked some of them about their reasons, thoughts, and takeaways. Initially, the interviews were meant for us to learn how to improve the quality of our training and add more value to each and every individual's soulful journey. So it took us quite by surprise when folks started sharing beautiful words. And hearing some of these backstories reminded us of our own journey and the struggles and achievements that came along with it. The international seminar started back in early 2015 with Roll-A-Palooza. We came a long way, and since then, we improved everything we did and all that we are. As pioneers in this realm and niche of roller skating, we have been able to reinvent ourselves over and over and over again. This is how it started and how it looked back then. And this is where we are now. Not much of a difference from the outside. The passion is still there, the authenticity is still there, but the knowledge, the focus, the philosophy, the techniques, it has all gotten so much deeper. In the following episodes, I will be sharing all the interviews, and right now I want to start with Mel from Roller Girl Gang based in Leeds in the UK. And the reason I'm starting with Mel is because we have teamed up to present a seminar in February 2024, Riffs and Routines. It's going to be awesome, including the Valentine party. So listen to what Mel has to say and then you decide to get on board. I will put up all the information about the tickets in the description of this video that will lead you to our Bliss and Balance webshop.
You're undecided. But you want to... Mike, you want to film? Oh, he's already doing. Mike, do you want to film? Mike?
With our very own Mike and Pamela behind the camera, and Mariska doing the interviews, this was a very spontaneous idea that came up in the spirit of the moment and the flow of what was happening. So please forgive us for the impromptu setup, but nonetheless, I hope you will enjoy this conversation. Here we go.
A bit much.
Well, Mel,
Hey!
I am so happy that you are here, really, because, yeah, it was a meeting in the
Yes.
in the making.
It's been a
Was
long
it?
time since
Yeah.
we've connected but never met.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did you learn about us?
How did I learn about Es Quint? Probably through Craig, my friend Craig Jiggy. I met Craig years ago. I don't quite remember where or when. We just met at a skate event, and then I saw he was skating all over the place, and he was a regular visitor to Es Quint, the old place. Yeah. And I learned that there was a YouTube channel. Yeah. And that Brian has a YouTube channel, and I learned a lot from it because at that time there was like nothing where I lived anyway, that was at a time and a place that was accessible, and I really like the way Brian breaks things down, and it makes a lot of sense to me. So I learned a lot of things, like drill a lot of things remotely, and I know a lot of people still use the channel now as such an important message to get out. So I think I learned of Es Quint a long time ago, and then Craig said, there's seminars, let's see if we can go and do one, but it never happened at a time when I was able to come, because my son would be with me, and he was maybe not old enough to come at that time, and so a long time ago.
And
I'm
now
so
you're
happy
here.
to be here now.
Yeah. But before the other question, I'm curious, what is the biggest takeaway or maybe difference between learning from a video, even if it's Brian's video, and learning from Brian in person?
There's no comparison.
No, I know.
No.
I know.
Like, learning from a video is so difficult.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the feedback from the individual. And even like Brian's videos are excellent. Yeah. And he's really put a lot of time and effort making sure that the angles of the camera are as supportive as possible to make sure that the person watching is going to get the best experience and understand about their body position and body weight, which is such an important thing. But actually having the feedback in person from all the team here is completely different. And I think I can never replace a video. Is like a poor second to learning in person, unfortunately. a poor second.
But maybe it can be we always feel that it can be like supportive when you've been here and you know what we would say somehow, and then you have the video and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, and oh yeah, that was when Brian said
that way around. I agree is maybe it's a useful tool for your memory, so that because especially this weekend we've covered so much already.
And we did like, except this one. So there's still this one and this one, but the rest we did.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
But the way that it's progressive, the way it builds up is really, really useful. But I know my memory will select the things that I've found the easiest. And I will maybe find more challenging some of the other things. So having a video reference after the seminar is really useful, but I will know then where I need to place my weight because I've had that feedback and that message reinforced all weekend. The other way round, when that's your only tool, it's better than no tool. So having somebody who really understands the body and is a very experienced skater definitely is much better than nothing, or like your friend who is learning, you're kind of trying to muddle through together and figure it out. It's going to take you much longer. So having a video from someone really experienced is going to help you get there quicker, but learning in person is the best. It's absolutely the best.
And what is the most important thing you're going to take away from this weekend?
Oh my god. Just like one thing? You want me to pick one thing?
Yeah, or two, maybe two. But the thing that's like here, do you have one thing that's here? Or
I don't know if I have one thing at the moment. I think the thing I'm going to take away the most is the love that you feel the second you walk in this building. You like
makes
open
me
the
cry
door
always.
and you're just like, oh, I've come home. I've never been here before, and I'm like, oh, I'm already
that gets
welcome.
me every time.
That's like the first thing. Don't, because I will stop. The second thing.
I'm sorry, but that is the best compliment ever. If people start saying that, I can never be normal. I'm always like, and then when people say that, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and feeling really safe.
Yeah.
Like the whole space, I feel safe everywhere, and I'm like, as much as I have my own organisation in the UK, I don't always feel comfortable going to another space to skate when I don't know the people there. Sometimes you feel like, I'm back in this position and I'm having to learn, and other people may be expecting something from you, and you're like, well, I'm not that person. No. So there's nothing here. It's like, pat the tiger on the way in, leave it with the tiger, and then come
That's
in.
why he's there.
Yes, I've done that every day.
The transformation tiger. Oh, thank you for using the tiger. And to be honest, there are a lot of messages in there. I don't read them, but sometimes I have to empty that thing, and people really do it. So I really love it.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe from the skate point of view, one of the main things that I've probably taken away is about the control and how important it is to be able to do the same movement at different speeds. Be able to freeze it, be able to speed it up, slow it down, and really kind of find mastery of that movement. And you only get that through drilling it. But you only get that when you understand how the movement is broken down in its component parts. And I think that's like how much time you spend on each piece of this. I feel is a really big thing for me, because every time I go and learn from somebody, I think, wow, this person's taken a lot longer than I might have allowed myself. I find I'm rushing through something because people coming to a class might want to do as much as they can to move on, but actually they're not really ready to. They need to learn this really, really thoroughly. So I feel like it's given me permission to take it so slowly, but it's not slow, it's thorough.
And then because these are just some names, some moves, but there's so much in one of
so much.
In one of those things, there's like, how do I where's my hip, where's my shoulder, where's my foot? And if you know it in that move, you will know it in the move that we're doing tonight, and you will think, oh my god, that's what we did that yesterday. And then it gets so big, the skating, and it gives you so much options. It's awesome.
It's great. And I think some of the movements we did yesterday, maybe the drift thing, where it feels familiar with like a T-stop, or something like that. And some movements, like I've been playing with movements for like a month, but it might take me months and months and months to really think about, what am I doing here? What do I want to do with this movement? And people will go, wow, what are you doing? It looks really flowy and really nice. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I can't teach you what I'm doing yet because I don't know. I'm still working it out. And it takes me a long, long time to get beyond that point. I'm like, right, okay, now I can show you what I'm doing. Because if you want to try and copy this, you can. But actually,
this is Brian's life's work. It took him like 35 years to get to this point. So But
also this is a feeling.
It is.
The biggest thing from this is like, and I think that's why it really resonates so hard with me, is it's like, it's a vibe. It's a feeling you get when you're skating of just I've completely let go. I'm in the flow. I found my space. Okay, I might be focused on what someone else is doing. It doesn't matter. Or I'm not. It doesn't matter. I'm just moving and actually moving right to your like fingertips and right through the whole of your body, you're gonna walk away floating. Yeah, and it's cool, magical. Right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm so grateful that you have got this space. Yeah. And that I'm here this
and weekend. We are grateful that you are here. Oh, so thank you. So thank you for making me cry. I always love when people do that.
And that was Mel from the Roller Girl Gang in Leeds with a beautiful personal perspective on our work. And needless to say, we are very, very much looking forward to teaming up with her upcoming February 2024. Tickets are already available in our Bliss and Balance webshop, and if you get them, we will be very honored to add some solid value to your soulful journey. Thank you for watching this video. Please stay safe, have a good skate, or continue to do what means the world to you. And hopefully catch you on the next episode.